August 18th, 2012, Saturday. Olympian opened the door to first team dorm. He was covered in sweat and dirt, still breathing hard. She, Bioforce, and Darkspeed were sitting on the couches talking about the past week and waiting for the others to be ready for breakfast. "Where have you been?" Bioforce asked. "The pit for exercises," Olympian answered. "It's Saturday. You don't have to exercise." "I wanted to exercise. I like doing it." "Well, get ready. We're going to breakfast in a few minutes," Darkspeed ordered. "Do we have to go together on Saturday?" "No, we don't, but I'd rather us all go together." "Why?" "Because. Now get ready." Olympian shrugged and went into his room. She and Bioforce were making weird faces at each other, then at Darkspeed. "What?" Darkspeed asked. "Why are you making him go with us if he doesn't have to?" she asked. "I'm trying to be the leader I think I should be. I haven't had any direction from Connors yet, so I'm just trying to keep us together." "What if that's wrong?" Bioforce asked. "I might be, but if there's one thing a good speedster knows, it's this. You'll never go anywhere if you can't pick a direction. So pick a direction. Any direction, right?" she asked. "Standing still is always a wrong direction. Going somewhere is at least a 50-50 chance of getting somewhere. You think your odds are that good?" she asked. Bioforce laughed at Darkspeed's expense. Midas came from his room and looked at the laughing girls. "Did I miss something?" Midas asked. "No, not really," Bioforce said. "Where's Jilly and John John?" "Stinky is washing up from working out this morning." Midas made a face like he forgot something. "We were supposed to exercise this morning?" "No, John John did it because he likes it," she said. "He sure does. Did you see him yesterday?" Darkspeed hadn't been watching anyone else during exercise class. "No, why? What did he do?" "He keeps trying to beat what he did the day before," she said. "Like Milo, an ancient Greek who lifted the baby bull every day till it was grown," Bioforce said. "Is that what he was talking about?" Midas asked. "Yeah, he thinks he can increase his strength by pushing himself," she said. "I didn't catch that one," Darkspeed said. "You've been preoccupied. How's your new match plans coming along?" she asked. "Good. Can we see them?" "Sure, just not yet." "I think it's working," Midas said. "What is?" Bioforce asked. "John John's bull thing. I noticed he's doing more each day without working any harder than he did before." Virtuoso came out of her room. "That's because he's never worked out before." "Were you listening?" she asked. "Of course. Olympian is so strong. Where could he have worked out? Think about it. His powers make him a physical juggernaut. He loves the exercise and the fights. It's like letting a nerd loose in Lab 7. "Hey, I could take offense to that," she said. "Nerds don't have pink hair," Bioforce said. "You can see all that in his head?" Midas asked Virtuoso. "Can't you? I think it's obvious. Morning exercise, hitter class, and the evening combat training. John John is loving it. He just likes to fight. I don't know if I would like all the beatings he's taken from Connors," Midas said as he cringed. "He's getting better fast," Darkspeed said. The others looked at him questioningly, and he answered before they could ask. "I can tell a real difference with how he applies his training. He fights hard from the instant he starts and fights for real. Also, he's not making the mistakes he used to." A conversation sparked about what they had learned about combat from Connors that week. She and the others were hopeful that it would show when they had Saturday enrichment with Shogun after breakfast. Connors was standing in the pit with Shogun talking about She. "You should have seen the fight she had with the second team Stealth Glimmer. Your daughter was very impressive. I have the video if you'd like it." "Thank you, I would like that." "How are the other members of your team coming along?" Shogun asked as both looked up at the edge of the pit. "I'm still keeping the leader in the dark. He'll figure things out soon enough. The others are coming along well. They have the potential to be the greatest team yet. No offense. None taken. My daughter's on the team, remember? She told me about her teammates. Is it true the team's anchor is a red shirt? He's young. Give him time." "If you're sure." Connors laughed and patted his old student on the shoulder. "If I wasn't sure, I wouldn't have recruited him." There was a silence for a moment. "Are you planning on giving the Shogun name to She?" Shogun didn't answer quickly. "That depends on her. If she will show stewardship for the name, she can have it. If not, I'd rather her not. Besides, I'm not that old yet to retire." "No, you're not. But when she graduates, I could use you here at Alpha. I appreciate your offer, but I could only come here if I knew that Japan and my team were in capable hands. I understand. My only problem is that I don't have Shogun caliber leaders growing on trees. Everyone who's good enough to do the job already has a team. You're here, and you don't look a day older than when I met you. You're like a fixture here. Why would you need me to come here? Everything changes and nothing lasts forever. Shogun turned his eyes to Connors. Why do you say that? Connors didn't answer. Instead, he led the conversation a different direction. You know about the pink hair? Shogun looked back up at the edge of the pit. My wife told me. You're okay with that? Children will be children. I have her heart. She can have her hair. Connors looked up on the edge of the pit to see several alphas gathering. Time for you to get your show going, Connors said. I would like to see you for lunch before I go, Shogun said. I'd like that. Use Olympian for all your demonstrations. He likes fighting as much as you did. Glutton for punishment? Shogun smiled, remembering his training. Broken bones and all. Connors started flying out of the pit. Good times, good times. Shogun took a more commanding posture. Alphas that are here for my class, in the pit. All of first team and half of the other alphas entered the pit and tried to stand in a serious manner. She and the others from her team stood in front of the crowd. My name is Shogun. Today I will be teaching combat techniques. I will not be teaching the same combat techniques that you learn in your everyday training. I will be teaching advanced techniques. You are not expected to master what I show you today. In the next 4 hours, I want you to learn where your combat training has to take you. Learn to set your sights ahead and start thinking forward. Your lesson today will be a single alpha defending against multiple attackers. Positioning, maneuvering, finding an opening, closing your opponent's openings. These are the things you will be doing today. How many hitters do we have in the group today? 8 hands went into the air. All the hitters are here today. Good. Everyone get harnessed, and then the hitters get back in the pit. I'll use you for the first lesson. Shogun followed suit and was harnessed with the rest of them. Moments later, he was in the pit with the hitters. The other alphas were in the stands watching. Connors was sitting high in the stands away from the others. When I say go, I want all of you to try to bench me. Dug out. Can you give a 15-minute time limit for the match? Shogun said out loud. Lucy was in the dugout and answered over the loudspeaker. 15-minute time limit. Shogun took a deep breath and slowly placed his helmet on his head. Go!